For all the people who judge without knowing, just throw the peace sign, tell them good vibes only, yeah. They were hating, but we didn't even notice.
Hi guys, welcome to Wake Up World.
Enlightenment now.
My name is Erik Tavares.
And I am Duchess Carol.
Today we are doing a Q&A. Once again.
Yes, once again.
Yes, this time I'm asking the questions.
He's on top this time.
Oh, I was on top last time too.
Oh, were you?
Well, not with you, but there's always a first for everything.
Yes.
So I guess I'm gonna be asking questions and Carol's gonna be answering them. So first one is top or bottom, Carol?
Top and bottom.
Okay.
I like to switch it up.
So you're like versatile?
Absolutely, and flexible.
Ooh.
I don't do yoga for nothing.
Yes, come on, flexible. Y'all know y'all won't get that.
Behind my
She
head.
always does a PG-13 podcast.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm the rated R one, so
yeah. Well,
some of
you know,
these questions
I
may
am
be a
for
little
people
off.
that know me, but I just try to keep it PG so YouTube doesn't kick us off.
Let them. We'll go to Pornhub. We'll move over to Xtube and do our podcast from there.
Exactly.
We need to do some naked yoga. First question, what awakened you?
Well, I was going through a divorce. I was married for 18 years, but with him for 21 years, and everything was great, and then it just seemed like everything just tumbled. And it's because we grew apart. And also at the same time, my dad was dying of pancreatic cancer.
Oh, wow.
And at that time also, my mother-in-law at the time, which was my best friend since I was like 18, she was dying of bone cancer. So between the cancers on the two adults in my life that really were prominent, and then divorce, it just tossed everything up. Everything I believed was switched up, and I was like, who am I? Why am I even here? What am I doing?
What age were you at this?
I was 38, 39, something.
So right around the same time that I'm going through mine.
Yeah, 37, 38. I think it's when the shit hit the fan, so to speak.
The shit has hit the fan, honey.
That was an Oklahoma term. I don't
I
know if y'all use it down here, but
down here or down here in Texas,
yeah.
honey.
But the shit hit the fan, and let me tell you, it was Carol's life.
So since you're awakening, because I like to talk about sex, what has your thoughts on sex and sexuality and sexual performance? What has changed, or your views from back then to now?
I realized that sex is more than just physical. I just knew it as like a physical act, and I was raised, the woman was there for the male, and you do it whether you like it or not. That's kind of how I was conditioned in my religion and the people around me and the way I was raised. It was like, girls there to be bred. I know that sounds really animalistic.
So are gays. I'm there to be bred all day, every day, honey.
So I realized that there was a spiritual energy. And so even if you don't sexually touch, you can sexually touch in your spirit.
We need to do one of these things one day.
We can do, and do eye gazing. You would be amazed. The faces will change.
Let me eye gaze with her and get an orgasm. Girl.
Bring your towel.
Call my mama and be like, Mama, guess what? I had an orgasm with a girl. She'll be so happy.
But we didn't. I told you should be with her.
But we didn't do anything.
Oh my gosh.
Next question.
But yes, I've noticed a big difference from before to after, and I realize that there's a spiritual energy involved in sex rather than just a physical. And what are you thinking?
I'm thinking of my next question.
Oh.
I can't think. Yeah. Favorite position?
On top, of course.
Okay, so cowgirl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or reverse.
I'm more of a doggy style kind of girl, but that's just me.
At this point, if I find Mr. Perfect for me, I'll take any position. But I'm more like, you just lay there and let me do my thing.
So we know what my Mr. Perfect is. So that would be your next question. Now that you're awakened, and I guess your views on a potential partner would be different.
Yes.
What is your ideal potential partner?
My ideal potential partner is first that we can meet on a vibrational level, that we have something to talk about immediately, and that it doesn't always start off with sex, because you and I both, we always have like that on the mind. I mean, it's just the way that our souls are made for whatever reason. We're supposed to, teach the world about, also about sexual energy.
No.
But to have that...
Spread that light, share that love.
Exactly. Because it's not as taboo as what people used to think before the awakening.
They want you controlled, so you can't. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me, it's to have that connection and to feel that soul connection with that partner or potential partner that will be a partner. To have that, just that deep feeling that we get each other, even before we touch, even before we even touch. You know what I mean? Like, just to have that energy becoming one before the bodies become one.
Yeah.
And so that's just a beautiful thing. Obviously, to have honesty and someone that's caring and compassionate. And I've been through abuse. I don't want that again. I've had that experience, done with that one. So I learned a lot, and so I can help a lot with people like that. So yeah.
That's a good answer. I think I fit all of those answers.
Oh my goodness, your mom would be so proud.
I know.
Like, I told you so.
I love it. Let me see what I want to do next.
Maybe that one?
That one, yeah. I was just thinking, what 2 chakras do you feel are the most unbalanced for you at this time? And why?
At this time, at this very moment in time, because it does change for me.
Sorry.
For a while, it was my heart chakra, but I've really learned to open that. I've had a lot of help, people coming into my life to help teach me and show me and help me to balance things. But for me, definitely my root chakra, that sense of stability and solidness, and definitely I would have to say right now, my solar plexus. Just, knowing who I am for myself. I definitely hang out more in the upper chakras.
Same.
Definitely more throat, third eye, and crown chakra.
Right.
Opening the heart chakra so that it can all flow. But my root chakra and my solar plexus are the ones I'm having to work on right now, as of this moment. But it can change from time to time for me. Sometimes it's my sacral chakra.
Oh, it is always your sacral chakra. It's always our sacral chakra.
I don't have a problem with it, but maybe it's it can be unbalanced.
My sacral chakra is always either overactive or underactive. Like I just had sex a week and a half ago, and I probably won't have sex again for another 90 days.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
finding.
I don't know what it is.
Whatever's.
I'm like, it's like, taste, no. What is your favorite color?
My favorite colors have been the same since I was very little, and it's pink and green. I found out after I awoke, my daughter had brought it up. She said, well, that's your heart chakra. That's the stones for, she's very much into crystals. Her name's Amber. Go figure. It's almost like she picked out her name. Because she did.
Yeah. They all do before they get here.
Yeah. That's why my name's Carol, and I was a singer and am a singer. Great shower singer.
God bless you, Aunt.
But so it has to do with my heart chakra. And for a long time, I had my heart chakra closed. I wanted it as closed as possible because I knew the power behind that love, and I equated love to the love I knew before spirituality, to romance and friendships and things like that. That was the type of love. I never saw it as, like when we handed out socks for the homeless, I never saw that as love. I just saw that as kind of a duty, but it's actually a love.
Showing
we were giving
love.
of ourselves, and I had it so warped in my mind, and it was nothing it's nothing that anyone had done.
It's weird because
or shown me. It's
see
just
them
something I
as
come to my
I don't
own
see
conclusion.
I don't see the homeless or the sick or them as separate from me anymore.
Yes.
I'm literally like, that's my brother.
Yeah.
I need to help them.
Yes,
like I'm such
exactly.
an asshole if I don't.
I didn't equate it to the word love, and it was I think that I had made these rules in my head, and now it's like everything is love. Just treat people like you want to be treated. Just be a good person.
Oh,
and
I was
that's
about
love.
to ask you, what are you aware of your spiritual gifts?
Yes.
And if so, what are they?
Well, I'm all the clairs, so I can see, hear, smell, taste, feel, know things that a lot of people can't, and some people can, and it's really great when I connect with those people because we have something to talk about right away.
Right.
But also I can do telekinesis, which is moving items without touching them. I play with the wind a lot.
Move it. Let's go.
A little Reiki. I am a Reiki master, a healer.
Yes.
I love playing with the wind, making the wind kick up.
Regulator for my back.
And this is things everybody can do. If you tap into it and you learn it, then you can. It's like a muscle. You can teach. It's like a muscle. You can teach it to go up, down, get stronger, or in
and out, all around.
Yeah.
It works.
So there's a lot of gifts, but for me, I was told I was angel by Archangel Gabriel, which I was not very happy about, and I'll have to make another thing on that one. But and then within a week, I was given all the gifts that I had not gotten as
Before?
it was a very rough week because I had so much happening to me, and it was like I was on a fast course, and I had always been like not on the fast course for anything. I was on the ditzy blonde course.
Do you feel now that you're awakened, even though time is an illusion of the mind, do you feel like you have the time that you need to change the world, or do you feel like you need to do it now?
I want to do it now, but I know that that's my challenge, is I have to wait upon divine timing and universal moments, I guess is what it would be, because it's not timing because they don't have time, but they do have moments so that we can have markers of things. I feel a deep need to change the vibration of the earth. I feel a deep need to make eco-villages around the earth, something we could do here and reproduce it around the world very
inexpensively. Awesome just to
inexpensively.
live out here like this.
Yeah, self-sustainable living. I can picture lots of little kids running around that are being
So that
not
leads into the next
schooled,
question.
unschooled.
That leads into exactly the next question. What do you see that needs changing, and how do you want to change the world?
I see that the school system absolutely needs to be changed. Memorization has never fixed anything. People and children, they memorize things, they take a test, and then they forget it. And I know because I lived this. When I was growing up, I would get whipped for anything below average, below average.
Guilty.
So it taught me that I hated school. Well, when I learn on my own and I get to choose what I'm learning, I go after it. It's a passion to me.
Yeah.
And when I was forced to learn it, it was work and it was miserable. It was so unnatural. I mean, it's like,
It's because it's forced upon you.
yeah, I felt like it was totally not what I was meant to be. And so now I feel like I'm definitely coming into that, and I'm definitely led here to teach the world about sacred sexuality, to work on eco-villages. I don't know how this is going to happen, so if y'all have any ideas
She's setting the
or want to
intention, so
join a
that's
group
good.
or create a group, definitely
Do it in a
create
group, the sexual.
Yeah.
We can do sexual in a
I am
group.
learning Tantra. I'm certified with some Tantra classes and things like that, but you can Tantra on your own. It's more fun with a friend.
I've been studying
Or-
white Tantra, so I'm trying to bring myself to
Same.
orgasm without touching myself,
Yeah.
which I've only been able to do twice, but it's amazing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
much.
and it's beautiful when you can play with that energy, because then you can manifest with that energy.
Speaking of manifest, what are some of the things you hope to manifest in your life and in the world?
In my personal life, anyone who knows me knows I hope that I find the perfect partner to walk this earth with, that we can change thousands of lives. Not tens, hundreds, but whatever I was led here to do is going to affect many, many people. And I know this, so I'm really hoping that the universe draws this person to me. I feel it's going to be a him.
I feel like it's going to be a her.
I'm not opposed to her, but I know
Just
that
because
I'm
we're,
supposed to teach
you
this
know why I say
Tantra
that?
and
I say that
sexuality.
because it's on the verge of awakening, and we're at the point of, like, I think also for me that my future might be with a woman. It's on that
Yeah.
point of
I have.
at this time the world is
Yeah.
now ready to overlap. So everything that everyone once was, everyone will no longer be, and everything that it's time for everyone to make the switch. And so I'm like, and it's really weird
Yeah.
because I see myself at work picking up kids, and I'm like, I want children. I'm like, who the fuck
Well,
are
even
you?
if it's a
What is
feminine-
wrong with you, Erik? And then I'm like,
Yeah, even if it's a
She
female,
gonna be
though, I feel
scissoring.
like it's going to be a masculine female.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
If so, you know what I mean?
so sacred
Yeah.
strap-ons, blessed
I don't know.
strap-ons,
I don't know. They can
crystal
They
strap-ons.
can just hold their hands over me and put that energy out. I don't care. My body knows what to do.
Sacred scissor sisters. I love it.
Sorority.
We can always make it. We can always make it, honey. Before you're awakening, you're afraid to talk about sexuality like
And
this.
everything's taboo.
And
Like,
then
nope,
you wake
bad,
up
wrong,
and you're like,
ungodly.
oh my God, I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to try this. And you're like, But does that make me a hoe or a whore? And then like, no, because you want to, your mind's saying and your heart's saying, go experience.
Because
go experiment.
You came
Open
here
up more.
on a human existence, in the human existence, to experience the human existence.
Yeah.
And that is everything that you can experience. Because in this lifetime of you being in this skin with this soul, you only have a certain span of time. Now, you might come back again and again. We already discussed you're not coming back. I'm not either, so that's probably going to be another
What was your
good
next
answer.
question?
Was it? Do I want to come back? No.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Why or why not?
Abso-fucking-lutely not. Because I do better in just spirit form, I will be probably back, but not with a skin suit on. At night, I do travel. That's one of my gifts, is I actually can physically help people, and it actually has physically been in the news. Oops, I've caught it one time in the news, and it really kind of freaked me out. We can talk about that on another podcast. But I knew names and injuries that were never listed in the news articles. And I knew first, middle, and last names and where people were sitting when I saved them. And it was just really, wow, I didn't know it was possible. So,
She's an angel.
yes. And other people had seen the spirit. But I do more and I do better if I'm in spirit form rather than physical form. But I had to come here because that's going to be a whole nother podcast too. But I thought I wanted to change how people saw love and thought of love and make it not taboo and make it, love does not always equate to sex like I was raised, Well, if you love somebody, you love them, wink, wink.
That's the ants. I ain't going over there.
So, I know. And so, move your plastic.
I know, honey.
I know. Next time we'll just put the diaper on. You won't put the plastic down.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and next question?
Next question would be, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 or 10 years?
In the next 5 years, I hope to have had a very beautiful soul brought into my life, whether I know him already or whether I know them, him, her, it doesn't matter. And that being, I hope that I am walking the path with them, and I hope that we are changing as much of the world as we can and affecting others in a very quiet but impactful way. Like, I don't want to be front and center, look at me, but I want people to see me as an example and say, I want to change my life, or I want to teach my children, or I want to make differences like that.
Right.
I know I'm supposed to write books. I'm already currently writing a book right now. And I have a deadline for myself by August that this book will be written, and I'll be seeking out publishers and agents. So I have, I had to do that, because if not, I would never get it written. But, so I know that I'm supposed to go down that path of helping others, but I certainly don't want it to be like, look at me, because I've lived that when I was a professional singer, and it's really empty feeling if you're not doing it for the right reasons, If you're just doing it for the look at me factor, it's empty feeling. So, yeah.
And your last, because you said deadline, and I have a deadline.
Yes.
What would be your last word of advice? If you were to leave this planet tomorrow, what would you tell the people who are still here?
Open your heart and love. And think about a person, whether it be in history, for me, I use Hitler a lot. When you can truly, honestly say, I love this person that everyone else seemed to hate, then you have reached a point of enlightenment and spirituality, because the deal is you've taken your judgment out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not for us to judge. We're here to love and to spread love, and
to let
that's
them
what
learn, and to know
karma
that
is for.
Let them know they're on the other side, learning their wrongs, or righting their wrongs now.
Yeah, exactly, because they all come here to play a part. And I tell people, I'm like, well, I was visited by what people considered demons when I was growing up. I was held down in bed. And I have yet to meet a person that was ever visited by a demon. And I'm not talking about being possessed by a demon. That's totally different. We can get into that later. But being...
That's what drugs are.
Yeah. Well, has been visited by a demon. I have yet to find a person that was visited by a demon and said, I want to be evil. So our demons, a lot of times demons...
I think demons are there to...
They're playing a part to bring us to the light, is what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just playing a part. And a lot of times they will come from different star systems. A lot of times they're angels. People ask me, well, what's a bad angel? I said, it's a demon. We're just playing parts. We just do what we need to do to get that person's attention.
To me, it's
attention.
It's a fallen angel, but the fall is a conscious fall.
They choose to
we
play
choose
that part,
to fall from that consciousness. You choose to
Yeah.
play that role, and they forget who they are too, and eventually they awaken back to who they are, and we all return to love.
doing our own path. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Is I really want people to seek love. If you ever have a question about somebody, just always look for the loving path. Like if someone cuts you off in traffic and they're really mean or they're really hateful to you, just say, well, I don't know what their day's been like. Who knows if someone's hitting them when they're not being, when they're at home or whatever. Just come from a place of love with every person, no matter how good, how bad, how evil you think the person is. Just, respond from a place of love, and you'll have done your part on this earth, because it changes the vibration so quickly whenever you come from a place of love, no matter what happens to you. And it is hard. Trust me, I went through abuse, so I know that it's not easy. But
Right.
coming from a place of love, coming out of it, reflecting on what the choices you've made, and the judgments you've made, it all helps you to grow. So it's all about love.
It's all about love.
Yes.
And with that, we are coming to a close.
Yes.
We will see you on our next podcast, which will be nude yoga.
Nude yoga.
And Carol is going to be the
filming.
star.
No,
She'll be
I'll
the
filming.
star. You'll
I'll
be the
be
star. You're the star.
I'm filming.
She's the star.
I'm filming.
Everyone tune in next week. We'll be on Pornhub, XTube, and XXNX. And nude
Well,
yogurt.
heck, if you're gonna pay me.
Nudeyogurts.com. Well, they can send you coins through the internet. It'll be a live feed.
Bitcoin.
We'll do it on Facebook Live.
I'll be a Bitcoin.
Anywho, bye guys.
Bye.
Oi.
For all the people who judge without knowing, just throw the peace sign, tell them good vibes only, yeah. They were hating, but we did